What's up everybody, it's Sean here and I'm here today to give you guys a review of the women's Nike Zoom Vomero 5 in this oatmeal colorway. Today's video is brought to you by who else? The good people from Heffalux. When it comes to sneakers, comfort is king. And when you buy a shoe that's uncomfortable straight out of the box, an easy fix to that is by swapping the insoles. So that's where Heffalux comes into play. So if you check out their website, which I've linked down below in the description box, you'll see they sell eTPU insoles, which really is the same material you'll find inside Adidas Boost. So regardless of what type of insole density or the cushioning setup you're looking for, they sell a ton of different insoles on their website, so you'll find there's something for everyone. So I've been a paying customer of Heffalux for years now, and I find them to be extremely comfortable. So if you guys want to check them out and try a pair for yourself, be sure to use the code SEANGO at checkout to get 15% off your entire purchase. So this is the Nike Zoom Vomero 5, which was a silhouette that originally dropped back in 2010. Meant to be a performance running shoe back then, it came back in 2019 as an unexpected choice between the collaboration between Nike and a Cold Wall, and then Nike released a few other colorways that year as well. And now fast forward a couple years later, it seems like Nike is trying to reintroduce this model once again by releasing fresh and dope colorways just like this one. So this pair once again is a women's release, and they retailed for a price of $160 or $210 here in Canada. And the colorway for this shoe is oatmeal, pale ivory, sail, and light chocolate. So taking a deep dive into the details of this shoe, this being a Nike running shoe back at least in 2010-2011, the upper is very breathable and lightweight. So you'll see it's constructed out of this open style mesh in this cream or light tan color, and overlaid on top of the toe box, we have this synthetic suede or nubuck material, which is done in a slightly darker tone. Surrounding the front toe cap, we have this synthetic leather, and we have a reflective 3M strip on either side. And then covering the bottom half of the eyelids of this shoe, this is covered in more of a sail colored synthetic suede, and we have this small brown colored tab, which is where the bottom laces loop through. Moving downwards on the side panels of this shoe, we have more of that synthetic leather, and then overlaid on top of this, we have a synthetic leather swoosh, which is done in this white color. And then underneath this, we have that signature TPU cage, which has a bit of a rubberized feel to it to the touch. Moving downwards, you can see we have more of that open style mesh, which covers the top half of the heel, and we have another overlay of synthetic leather with another reflective 3M strip on either side. And in the middle, we have a blue colored swoosh, and then beneath this, we have this stiff and sturdy TPU heel clip, which is done in this geometrical pattern. And this heel clip is in place to give you structure and support for the back end of your shoe. Turning our attention back to the front, so for the laces, these only come with one lace option, and they're an oval shaped lace done in the sail or off-white color. Underneath this, the majority of the tongue is covered in that same open style mesh, but running down the center, we have this pale blue colored nylon strip with a reflective 3M layer running down the center, and then the top of the tongue is lightly padded, and it's covered in a beige colored nylon, and we have this tag with Nike Vomero 5 branding. And this inner collar of the shoe has a super soft feel to it, almost like your feet are touching very soft pillows. As for the insoles, so these come with these beige colored insoles, which is stamped on the heel with Bowerman Series branding, which is a nod to Bill Bowerman, the co-founder of Nike himself. And these insoles aren't your typical standard foam insoles. They actually have a bit of a stiff and almost styrofoam feel to them to the touch. And this is a similar insole that you see on, for example, the Nike Kobe 6 Protro. So in the beginning, this insole feels a little bit more stiff and firm, but once you really wear in this shoe and break it in, this insole will mold to your feet and feel that much better. So the upper of this shoe sits atop this full-length Cushlon foam midsole, which is painted in brown on the very top and this aged and vintage-looking treatment on the bottom. So you can see Nike purposely has painted it different shades of yellow and cream, which makes it look very, very old. And encased within this midsole but not visible to the eye, we have both a forefoot and heel Zoom Air unit, which is there to give you added responsiveness and impact protection. Finally, turning this pair over to the bottom, so this outsole is constructed out of a combination of blue and brown colored rubber. We have this waffle style traction pattern along with these horizontal slits to give you added flexibility. And on the medial side in the middle, we have this blue colored TPU shank plate, which is there to help with torsional rigidity and midfoot support. So that breaks down the look and the construction of this pair. For those wondering about sizing, overall this shoe fits pretty true to size, so I'd recommend sticking with your normal actual measured foot size. So my feet measures on a Brannick device as a true size 10, slightly on the wider side. And because this is a women's release, to get your Nike men's equivalent, I had to go up 1.5 sizes to find my size 10. So this pair is 11.5 and it fits me perfectly. It's not snug, it's not loose, it's somewhere right in the middle. It really locks in and hugs the midfoot area of your foot, but the toe box of the shoe is a little bit more on the wider side, so it gives your toes some room to breathe. So if, for example, you're a men's size 8.5, you should be aiming for a women's size 10, and conversely, if you're a men's 9, you'd be getting a women's 10.5. Moving on to the comfort, so the Zoom Vomero 5 is a very comfortable shoe. One of the things, if anything, that this shoe is known for is that it's a very comfortable all-around sort of running shoe. So what I mean by that is this Cushionline foam, it gives you a good amount of softness, so it has a little bit of that pillowy feel, but because there's a Zoom Air unit underneath the forefoot and the heel, it's not going to be an overly soft and mushy and dead feeling shoe. You still get that responsiveness and bounce back. Even if you're just walking around casually with these, you do feel the Zoom Air unit straight out of the box. And because, like I mentioned in the beginning, the upper is so lightweight, you honestly barely notice you're wearing these. So for me at least, I'm wearing these casually, and if you're in the same boat and you're looking for a very well-rounded, very comfortable, but not overly expensive shoe that's gonna break the bank, then I would definitely recommend this shoe to you guys. Finally, in terms of the quality and the craftsmanship, so first off, material quality, I thought it was pretty poor. Technically though, this is a Nike running shoe, so you don't expect premium leathers and suede on a performance shoe. So in that respect, the materials fit the aesthetic and the purpose of this sneaker. You're gonna get more durable materials like synthetic suedes and leathers. And even though the material quality wasn't great, like I said, it really fits the purpose of this shoe, and because of that, I had no complaints. And the build and the craftsmanship, I thought it was very solid. The paint job, while not perfect, it wasn't bad at all. So long story short, I was pretty happy with how these were in person. So with all that out of the way now, let me toss these on feet, let me lace them up, and I'll show you guys how these look. Nowadays, we're seeing a lot of shoes in that mid-2000s era coming back and seemingly being very popular among the sneaker community. This pair I think is no exception. It checks off a lot of those boxes. It's very comfortable, it's arguably very stylish, and for this colorway specifically, I think this colorway is perfectly in line with what a lot of sneaker consumers are looking for these days. And what I mean by that is it gives us that vintage touch. It looks very aged, but it's not a beat looking shoe. So I can see why, even though this is a women's release, a lot of those bigger sizes that could fit a lot of men, those pairs are pretty much all sold out. So let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about this oatmeal colored Nike Zoom Vomero 5. For anyone watching, have you guys tried this silhouette before? And for those who have, what are your thoughts on the comfort and the styling of this pair? If you guys like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. You can follow me on Instagram at esco8, check out my Twitter as well at sean.go, and visit my website at seango.ca. So until next time, thank you everyone for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this review, and I'll catch you guys all in the next one.